sheets, they are back by super popular demand, and we're gonna explain that to you. Who demands a sheet to come back? Well, you did actually.
Yeah,
so
actually,
thank you.
yes.
Thank you.
Where are those sheets?
We're good listeners, but sometimes it takes us a long time to make certain things happen for a variety of reasons. One of which is the craftsmanship in this set of sheets, which is the Chantilly lace. 100% through and through.
Yes.
Delicious luxury fiber that is cotton. So this is 100% cotton straight up. You're getting an extra pillowcase. You're receiving all of these choices, it's your choice of, and it's another one that's on the 3 flex payment. Lavender, already really popular. I'll let you take us through that if you would,
absolutely,
Tanya. But whoa, that is so just drenched in beauty and gorgeousness.
Yes, so pretty, so saturated in color. This is that true amethyst lavender color. And again, with the pillowcases, you will be receiving 2 sets of pillowcases, one standard pillowcase with the traditional hem and the other with this gorgeous Chantilly lace hem, and that is 7 inches of Chantilly lace. We'll go over that just in a little bit, what makes that so particularly special. Next to this, we have the gorgeous vibrant white. If you have a wedding perhaps that you're going to, maybe perhaps take advantage of the value in sheets, put them away till June. What a remarkable wedding gift, because they're just so vibrant and bridal white, especially with that lace. If you perhaps are lacking in a white in your linen closet, or maybe perhaps it's just time to replace them, this is phenomenal. Next to that, we have this gorgeous blue. It's a traditional cornflower blue, very, very pretty, very, very stately. We have a really, really pretty 16-piece, I believe, bedding ensemble coming up in just a little bit. That goes great with that. And then last but not least, what we have on the bed, we're calling this sage, but I think it's almost like a light spearmint. You know, really, but that really pretty spearmint color. It's very, very tranquil, very much like sea glass. Really, these are wonderful colors as we're going into the springtime. But there are your colors again: lavender, sage, white, and then of course the blue. I'm glad you brought that in. Look at that.
And this is, by the way, very spa feeling, right?
Isn't it?
Right, the green, which we're calling sage, reminds me of like a eucalyptus kind of color.
Yes.
It's really, really
now
soothing.
I smell eucalyptus. Now
right?
that you said that.
Right? So powerful.
Yeah, I love that you did that.
That
the
is
Varna.
The Varna in the charcoal color. And I've been talking about how pretty it would be with the white sheets. I just wanted to show that to you for a second.
And I think with that lavender too, actually.
Oh yeah,
because I just love charcoals and lavenders together. But look at that. So if you did take advantage of the charcoal Varna, that 7-piece set we just had for you, that beautiful bedding ensemble, look at that. If you need some sheets, and I'm sure you do, just take a look at your closet. They get dingy after a while. You know, you got to replace those over now and then. Look at the two together and the scrolls of the Chantilly lace. Chantilly lace has been around since the 17th century, and it's named after Chantilly, France. So if we want a little French in our lives, this is a great way to go. And it's really just about the design that you're looking at, all the workmanship that has gone into this. It's the abundance of detail, and that is what is referred to as that Chantilly lace. So whenever you see 7 inches of it, especially at a value like this, it's just really take advantage of it. Lace sheets are hard to find, and when you find them, you'll usually see, you know, 1 to 2 inches of lace. This is 7 inches of that gorgeous Chantilly lace. These are 100% cotton sheets, but I don't want you to think at all that you have to baby them. Machine wash warm, tumble dry low. Either take them out of the dryer immediately, fold them, put them in your linen closet, or put them right back on the bed. And they're that percal weave, percal weave, depends on how you want to say it, what region of Chantilly you're from. But it's just simply referring to the type of weave that is done. It's a type of weave. It's an over-under weave that gives it a smoothness and gives it a durability without that shine. Look at that.
So sleek. And
that's it.
And
that's
just
that
very soothing. And it's 100% cotton.
Yes.
So, you know, when we hear that there's a different weave, sometimes we think of different fibers, right? This is a different weave within the world of cotton, 100% cotton. And then adorned with that Chantilly lace. Now, you are receiving 2 pillowcases, and one has no lace on it, so it's a great layering piece, and maybe that's what you're gonna sleep with against your face. And then here is is that gorgeous Chantilly lace on the other pillowcase. The colors are easy. They're gonna work with everything. This is the sage. We have your pretty blue. We have the white, which is a pristine optic white. And then we have that lovely, lovely lilac lavender, which, by the way, if you just bought the Varna in the purple, would be, you know, ideal, designed to go with. These are brand new today. And as I mentioned, there was a virtual waiting list for these sheets for a really long time.
A long time.
Yes. And we were able to acquire a certain amount. You know, we have a lot of buying power here at HSN. We were not able to bring as many as we wanted. So I'm just saying, if these have been on your mind, you've been waiting for these for years. For years. I definitely recommend that you get them while we have them. But the other thing is, maybe they're brand new. You've never seen them before and you've wondered, where have they been all my life? Okay, they're here for you right now in such a lovely way. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, so you're not gonna be able to get them for Valentine's Day tomorrow, but they're definitely, when we're starting to think of a little more romance in our lives, even if there's not a significant other, we should treat ourselves beautifully, right? This is a lovely way to do that for yourself, in 100% cotton, which, as you know, is very hard to find, and certainly at this kind of a price. And that is not just for the pillowcases, you're getting it all. So they're the flat sheet, we're just listing it, a fitted sheet, 2 plain hem pillowcases, it's one with a twin, and 2 lace hem pillowcases, one with a twin. And we do have buy more and save for you if you wanted to stock up and get maybe a duplicate set. The sizes on this, I just want to confirm, we do have it still in that twin. We have full, we have queen, we have king, or Cal King, right? Whoa. So it's not just this flat sheet at $49, right, for the Cal King. You're getting the entire suite, the entire ensemble.
It is absolutely phenomenal. 200 thread count, and that's really where that sweet spot starts. That's really the workhorse sheet. It really is. But when you add that special weave, that's when it gets that really soft hand. And you may think, what's the difference between like a 200 thread count sheet that may be a little rough and one like this that's so soft to the hand? It's the different quality of course, the cotton, and it's also, of course, that percale weave that we're looking at, that really nice tight weave that gives it that soft smoothness. So that is just the durability of the sheet. Then we go the extra step, and we're talking 7 inches of lace all along the front portion of the hem of the pillowcase. Remember, you don't have to baby that at all. Now, this is on just the pillowcases, and then remember, it's on that top sheet as well. So I'm gonna pull this back, and you can see what we did was we layered the white with the sage. We're calling it the sage, but it's kind of that that great spearmint spring color, that sea glass color. Look how gorgeous that is. That's all the way across the top portion, and then the drop as well. It doesn't just start on the top portion of the bed. Have you ever seen that where they skimp embroidery or lace? It makes me so mad. Well, the lace goes all the way across. It is a fitted sheet, the top sheet, again with that lace. Ah, there, yes.
So I did bring out the Varna in the purple color too. Just wanted you
because
to see
so many people, so many of you took advantage of this purple. Look at that.
Really lovely.
Isn't that pretty?
I know it's a big decision to change your bedding, right? Your whole, design idea. But the sheets are a great way to get started with it. And now I hope you're falling in love with this Varna as much as I am, because when you put those two together, it's really a very attractive combination. And a lot of times when we think of a comforter set, we're not, with deck pillows, a lot of decorative pillows, we're not thinking of, $79 for that bed makeover. We're thinking hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Then when we see cotton sheets with Chantilly lace, 7 inches of it, we're not thinking of, $49. We're thinking of a lot of money sent to a catalog, perhaps, or, trying to figure out how, well, maybe I'll just get the sham so that I'll just hide everything else up with that comforter when I'll use old sheets. Well, right now, to be able to get access to this while we have it, oh wait, you're getting 2 pillowcases if you get any of the sizes other than the twin, including Cal King. So Cal King, full, queen, whatever, same price. All of those are gonna be the same price no matter what. And the buying power, again, is where HSN shines, along with the quality. And as I say, we're good listeners. We do listen. And it takes a little while sometimes, but you have been asking for these sheets back for years. And then we made it even better by giving you this specialty cotton and by adding an extra pillowcase. So if you've really been waiting and you don't want to miss it, please don't hesitate. I definitely know they're going to uplift your space so beautifully. You deserve the
Definitely.
luxury.
You do deserve the luxury. And you know, if you've gone maybe perhaps more of a simple design in the way that you decorate and you want to add a touch of lace, a touch of femininity, well, 7 inches of Chantilly lace is definitely there. But in this form, you can do that. And you can do that affordably. We were talking about the Chantilly lace a bit ago when we mentioned these, where they started in Chantilly, France, that was named after that. And it's known for its abundance in detail. So it's not just any traditional style lace, you know, any weave of threads. This is an overabundance of detail that you'll find. And traditionally, it was all hand done. And it was just, you could not wash it. And, you know, it was just maybe to look at, not to touch. These are to wear, these are to wrap around your body, these are to sleep in every single night. Again, we feel so good when we sleep in cotton. We get a better night's sleep. You love cotton. And that's why we're offering these to you with that little extra special touch of detail with 7 inches of Chantilly lace on the 2 pillowcases, on the top sheet. And again, as Siobhan was saying, you know, the extra pillowcase makes for a great layering piece, either the one that you put your face on at night or just to kind of use in the back to kind of prop those up. I'm not a 2-pillow gal on my bed.
You're not.
Well, we've talked about, aren't you like a multi-pillow?
We're multi-pillow family.
We're like, bring on the pillows.
I'll put a pillow on top of me. I just like, it's pillows.
I just put on a pillow just to say I did.
The cat likes to sleep on the pillow.
So does mine.
Right.
So she needs her own pillow. Anyway, it's really nice to be able to give you that option there.
So I'm watching these television shows that have to do with Victoria. Oh my gosh, I am so
okay, we'll talk later.
Now.
Me too.
My husband's a huge history buff, and I am a fan of the royals, to say the least. So we're seeing all these, you know, British television shows and just loving every second of it. And you see them with the Chantilly lace on the collars, both the royals as well as the fancy staff of the home. So if you'd like to bring that kind of like romance into your world, it's not just about, you know, lingerie being lace, right? It's also about the heritage. It's also about that heirloom kind of quality, and of course in cotton. So we love our microfiber. We will not be hurting its feelings if we get back into some cotton in such an approachable, easy, and simply gorgeous way. It's back. Okay, this is a could a sheet set be famous? Yes, actually here at HSN, this sheet set is quite famous, and you have been asking for it. Whether it's been by snail mail, or you sent an email, or, you know, Facebook messages, it has its own fan club, and there's a reason why, because it's so spectacular, and you've been missing it. You know, maybe you bought them 8 years ago, and you're looking for that refresher, that topper, that match up. Oh, by the way, look what they just handed me. This is fantastic.
I adore that
fantastic blanket.
I wear mine. I have one just like that, and I wear it. So it's great on the back of a couch, but it's also great just wrapped around your shoulders.
Under $20 and on 2 flex payments. And we'll give you the whole story there. That lovely, lovely bit of fringe too. It's a really nice combination, especially with all the texture and the layering there. Anyway, back to the sheets. You are receiving the 6 pieces. That is different than what we had when we first launched these. We didn't bring you the extra pillowcase.
Or the colors.
Or the colors. That's right. So if you're looking to layer with maybe the set you have from back in the day. But now's the time, because the quantity is dwindling quickly before my very eyes, and it's the same price. Just to remind you, no matter what size you shop for right now. Extra pillowcase, same size, same price, no matter what size.
Check.
Yeah, and colors, and cotton.
And cotton, washable cotton. So if you're looking for that workhorse sheet, the one that is just reliable, the one that you can go to and you know it's going to be there for you, but has that extra special touch, maybe perhaps in that new color that's going to reinvigorate your bed or your linen closet. It's just fantastic.
Glad you were here for that.
Yes.
Want to remind you about this throw.